A beautiful mind like Russell Crowe. I tried to hustle snow. Now I sit in the front row. I had to grow. I've been to and fro.
What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Everybody, welcome in to the Super Bowl edition of the Give Me My Prop Sports Betting Podcast slash Family. I am Larry Williams, aka that part of your blue jean that keep getting wet when you walk outside and step on something. He is Jan Bond, aka Jininjuice.
What up, though?
And it's the Give Me My Prop Sports Betting Podcast slash Family, where we talk about all things NFL and NBA sports bet related, as well as life, love, and other stuff. What up with you, Jan, baby?
What up, man? What up? It's finally here. It's finally here.
It's finally upon us, man. The Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. Are you excited, homeboy?
Not really. Not really.
Yeah, it's like a movie you've seen before. It's like a movie you've seen before, right?
Yeah, and this is the last game, so it's like
Bittersweet.
yeah, it's bittersweet. I hate to not have nothing to look forward to after the game.
Um, well, you could look forward to some awesome snacks, and usually a lot of awesome snacks and like tailgating foods and stuff like that. But that's typically before the game. After the game, you could look for everybody to act like they've been watching football all year and they know what's going on when they only watch the last 3 minutes of the game.
Right.
So, uh, yeah, a lot of Monday morning quarterbacks and analysts after the Super Bowl. Guys who don't even watch football promise they swear they act like they know what's going on. We watching you guys that don't watch football regularly. We're watching you this year.
Right. And I know who y'all are, so y'all can't fake me. Y'all can fake everybody else, but I know y'all don't be watching the game.
Well, I could just ask you flat out, who's the best offensive lineman in the game right now? And if you can't tell me who that is, then you don't watch football regular enough. That guy's huge. That guy's huge.
Yeah, give me Penny Sue.
Oh wow, come on, man. You pandering to the Lions fans right now. You're pandering to the Lions fans right now. Lions fans, see him at the Eastern market. He does not think Penei Sewell is the best offensive lineman in the league. Clearly, Big Trent. Clearly, Big Trent is the best.
I forgot about Trent. Trent is the best. I'll give Penny number 2.
Wow, that's so high praise for a Detroit Lion coming from you. A lot of stuff going on around the world right now, Jan. 2 plane crashes, but I think we covered the plane crashes last time. It's some stuff on the floor. It's some stuff on the floor in the NBA too, man. What you think about AD getting moved, man?
Yeah, that broke the internet. I thought it was fake news, and the person that I text fake news, I apologize because somebody texted to me first, and I'm like, this is fake news, and I text them that. So my apology. You were correct. You had it first. I thought
I text you pretty damn early. Somebody beat me.
Yeah,
I woke up to it. Yeah, I woke up to it. So
yeah, somebody beat me. Beat you. I got a text at like 1 a.m. 12, it was like 12:30 or something.
wow.
And I'm like, this is fake news. Saturday night. This is well, Sunday morning, Saturday night. Once it gets 12, you know what I'm saying.
You remember the No, go ahead.
No,
I want to hear your take on that.
No, I was like, this is fake news. I was checking the site. It wasn't even on the site yet, so I don't even know where he got it from. But you're going to be my new insider. Yeah,
he knows Rick Bucher.
Right. Yeah, shout out to Rio.
Woj.
Shout out to Rio. That's who sent it to me. But
you know Rio Woj. Don't be holding out on us and shit. Get us some FaceTime with Woj.
And the fact it wasn't on any site, it wasn't on NBA.com or anything. That's why I'm like, this is fake news. But it turned out to be real. And I think this is the Lakers being the Lakers. I'm not trying to plug somebody else's show, but anybody that has heard Jeannie Buss, she did an interview maybe like 3 years ago. I think she just signed LeBron when she did the interview, and the way she talked, it's basically win or go home in her eyes is win at all costs. I got to do everything to win every year. Anytime I don't win, it's a failure. That's what she said. So they're always trying to push the buttons to get the best players. You can start from the logo, Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem, Magic, Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, now Luka. They're going to do what they got to do to get the people there. I don't know what pictures they got over Dallas. Anybody in Dallas organization? I don't know what they.
Now this makes sense. This makes sense, post LeBron. Does it make sense today?
It doesn't make sense today.
Basketball wise.
It doesn't make sense today, but Kobe played till he was 40. You got Luka until he's 40, especially if Luka end up being the guy we think he's going to be. You got him until he's 40. So this is another, like I said, all them players is different generations. I mean, a couple of them played together, but they had one before the other one. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense what I'm saying.
Yeah, they keep a superstar in LA. They keep a superstar out there.
They keep a superstar. And I didn't even name his names I'm missing. Because the Kareem Magic, they had number 1 pick in 1982, and they got James Worthy. I don't know how they did that. I don't know what pictures they had. I don't know who they saw coming out.
They did it the same way they blocked it down. They did it the same way they manipulated the Chris Paul trade. Well, all kinds of stuff. Well, that went against them, though.
That went against them. That was David Stern. Like, hold on, y'all didn't got all these players. Y'all ain't get no.
But they was about to get Chris Paul.
They was about to get Chris Paul.
Mean, it's all and the league had to step in. I don't know what they doing over there, but they do keep a superstar. This trade also makes perfect basketball sense for the Dallas Mavericks in the immediate future. Even though I hear Anthony Davis got some kind of injury right now, in my opinion, this makes perfect basketball sense. I love the pairing of Kyrie Irving along with that front court, and then you add Anthony Davis to that. I just think they poised to make another championship run. I think they better equipped to deal with KP and Tatum out there. And I just think this shores them up a little better than having Luka, because Luka was kind of getting exposed in the finals. So I think this helps shore them up. Of course, they don't get that much more offensive production. Like, Luka's probably averaging about 7 more points than Anthony Davis right now. But I think this forces Kyrie to kind of step his game up, and it sort of puts Anthony Davis on that stage where they're both B guys. Traditionally they're both B guys. I think they both have to become, A minus guys or B plus guys now, and I think they do that. I think both of those guys have a chip on their shoulder, and are ready to prove that they can win without that number 1 start. LeBron James, they both had that in common. So I just think it fuels them to thrive for a championship, and I think they get there. Now, can they beat, Boston? Can they beat? I think they could beat Cleveland. If Cleveland got there, like if it's just shapes out and Cleveland gets there somehow, I think they fools go. So I don't think they get there. But I think they could knock off one of those young teams if they were to, sneak in there somehow.
Yeah, I totally see the other way. I don't see Dallas doing anything long term. I mean, not long term, but this season I don't see them going to the finals. I think and don't at me, Kyrie. Don't at me, AD.
No, just go see. He goes shopping at the Eastern Market every weekend, boys. Y'all know where to find them.
I think, and they're great players, but I think they're. And don't at me, Scottie Pippen. You are the best role player I have ever seen, but they are second tier all stars.
That's also not true. He's just gonna lie to Scottie Pippen, everybody.
But I don't think they both have had teams by themselves where they were the lead guy and they couldn't really do anything. So I don't envision them going far. I don't envision it. And one more thing I had to add. Genie Bus, going back to the Genie Bus, and I'm done with it. The Boston Celtics won a title last year. She said she's in competition with them, like, because Boston got 18 rings. Right now, the Lakers got 17. Now, her father passed when her father passed away. They were tied at 17 apiece, and on her father's deathbed, he told Jeannie Buss to win more titles than the Celtics. If you do anything else, that's what I want. That's my last word, last will and testament. She's motivated to get it done. She pulled his move off. She is not done making moves. Luka is going to have a team built around him, and they're
The
probably
deadline tomorrow at midnight.
right. It might not even be this year. It might. When I say she's not done, I'm saying you got the off season. People gonna want to play with Luka. Luka is a LeBron like almost 2.0. Not so much on the defense, but the way
Not at all on the defense. Not so much. Not at all.
right, but the way he controls the court, you know what I'm saying, plays the
Well, he's got great vision, man.
great vision.
Offensively, I don't know that there's much more you could do with Luka's game. Offensively.
Right, he does have to step it up defensively, but Dirk didn't have any defense, but they went and got Tyson Chandler, Jason Kidd, the Stevenson, you know what I'm saying, all kind of defensive players, and I'm leaving out people. I'm going off the top of my head.
Typically, when you got a guy like Dirk who don't have defense, the guy that he responsible for guarding is not going to torch you. It's those wing players and those perimeter players that really torches a team, and most of the time, that really get going when a guy don't have no defense. Bigs kind of always get theirs, and so it just kind of is what it is with that. But you don't want those perimeter players, the guys that Luka's responsible for guarding, like Jaylen Brown and Peyton Pritchard and those guys like that. You don't want those guys to get going. It really galvanizes a team, man.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So Luka does have to pick that up on his part. Now maybe the Lakers organization motivates him to do that. I mean, he's with a historic franchise. The Lakers, Pittsburgh Steelers, the Yankees. These model franchises that seem to get it done decade in to decade out. My whole existence, even before I was put on this planet, the Lakers was winning. They're just a historic franchise.
Yeah, there's his story. And I mean, can we throw the Dodgers in there? Can we throw the Dodgers in there like that? And it's a couple of other organizations that we not mentioning, but I mean, some of these things, like teams like San Francisco and stuff like that, like some of these things, they do enter the dark ages because all franchises do enter the dark ages. But I mean, overall, year in after year, and they're gonna be just very, very competitive. Nice move by the Lakers. Um, Not a bad move, in my opinion, by Dallas in the very near future. I hear Luka was out there causing major problems. They didn't want to pay him. I heard this was basically like a slap in the face to Luka, like we don't need you, and we will do this, and that this is a big win for the owners, essentially not letting anybody know anything, to include the guy who's been carrying our lead for the last 20 years. They didn't even tell LeBron, from what I've heard reported.
Yeah, because what I heard, it was like a late night conversation. The quick of the moment, they did, and it came in so quick. I think the Lakers didn't want to consult. They was like, "Oh, hold on, before you call somebody else. Bring it over, bring it on. We'll do it." I think that's how it happened. I'm speculating, but that's what it seemed like it went down. So um, and anybody that don't know, Mark Cuban is not the majority owner anymore. He sold his majority stake. He still is a minority owner, but he has no like controlling interest, meaning he doesn't make any decisions. He's not in the day to day anymore.
I heard Mark Cuban on the interview say he cried when he traded somebody, but he wouldn't release the name of the player. He was like, "That's the hardest thing that you got to do as an owner, is trade somebody." And he like, "Man, you get cool with these people, their families and their kids and stuff like that." And I couldn't figure out who the player was. Any guess on who that player was?
Um, how long was the interview ago? It was
Um,
recent or
I mean, he was on All the Smoke.
okay? I didn't see that. I'm about to check that one out.
Yeah, so he said he cried, but do you think he cried when Luca got traded?
Yeah.
Why? Because Luca is number 8 in the league in jersey sales, or because he really likes the kid?
Because he's number 8 in the league in jersey sales.
Yeah, because I hear
uh,
this kid is not likable. I heard he play too much, and that he's so good on the court that he kind of do what he want to do. That's why you saw the situation where Michael Finley had to take the beer out his hand, and he looked at him like, "Come on, man, this guy's tripping." But he didn't react, overtly. And so I do think that deserves a level of, deserve a level of credit, to say he didn't overtly act because some of these kids probably would have, hey man, or, tried to take the beer back or do something like that. And he didn't do that. He just kind of made the face and, went on about his business. But hopefully Luca lands on his feet. I like the move for AD too. I think he was tired of living in LeBron's shadow. Um, I think some stuff was brewing out there, even though we probably never get either one of them to ever admit it until they've been retired for 10 years. So, I think overall, man, it was a crazy, like a real spicy trade. What do you think happens to Jimmy Butler? What happens with that?
I think Jimmy Butler has no power. I mean, Jimmy Butler is a good player, but I don't. He probably
He's
like
old now.
he's
He's
old,
old.
and I think he's like a little level under the. We're going to listen to your demands, Jimmy. I think he might be like 8 points, like under that. Like if he averaged 8 more points,
Well,
he might have power. But
well, if he averaged 8 more points, Jimmy would be averaging 28 right now.
right,
So
that's
I
what I'm
mean, I
saying.
don't know how realistic. Yeah, like
That's what I'm saying.
Jimmy has never averaged 28 in his career. Jimmy has been a troublemaker everywhere he went. I hope Jimmy land on his feet too, but I mean, he basically behaving himself out the league.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's
He
still.
definitely behaved himself out of a big contract, which is, I mean, big for them, not big for like us, right? Because
Oh
you give
yeah,
me the
definitely.
vet minimum, that's big for me, right? Like I'm not living like them NBA boys.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So I agree with you. He was in Philly. A lot of people might not remember he was in Philly with Embiid. He was in Minnesota with Cat, and, Rudy, and those guys. Not Edwards. Edwards wasn't there yet. But he was there with those teams. The teams that had a lot of core players, and he couldn't really make it work.
And he did galvanize those teams. I'm not gonna say that he didn't go in there and make those teams better. He made those teams absolutely better, but he had to be the focal point, and he could not just take a back seat and just kind of get with the program and trust in the process, so to speak. Jimmy is definitely like one of those troublemakers, and I ain't gonna lie. If we had a team, Jan, I would be like, whatever you do, don't call Miami.
Right. I agree. It's only one team in the history of the NBA that has won like a championship. And I don't want to go history. Let me take it back because I don't. I, I kind of know what happened in the '60s, but not really. I have to go look it up. In the '70s, a little sketchy too, but I know the '80s and on. You had a top player. You had an All NBA player win a title. Only one team since like Magic Johnson and in the '80s. We'll go '80 to now. The only team to win a title with not a All NBA player on there is the Pistons. The second Pistons. I was about to say Bad Boys, but the second Pistons wasn't the Bad Boys. I don't know what their nickname was. The Ben Wallace
I don't
Pistons.
know. Yeah, the
Um,
well, you can call them the Ben Wallace Pistons. I
yeah,
think
they didn't
I
have
don't
a
know what you call them Pistons. I don't know what do people call those Pistons. They was not
yeah.
like the Bad Boys. They
It
don't they
wasn't a
didn't
Bad
have a
Boy.
name, did they?
They didn't really have a name. They
Ah,
had a slogan though. If I can remember, like we go to
what
work.
was
I can't. Oh my god.
yeah, work or something? What was those
Yeah.
Pistons called? But that was just like
Yeah.
the mid Pistons team that was really really good though.
Yeah, but that's the only team to win a title without anybody to ever make the like
And
first
truth of the
team.
matter, did they go to the finals twice or one?
They
But
went
they was in the
twice.
conference.
They
They
went
was in the
twice.
conference finals a lot of times, like 4 or 5 times, bro. They was in there a lot of times
They was in
in
it.
the conference final.
Yeah, they was in the conference finals a long time. I remember they fired the coach that went to Indiana. And I just drew a blank.
Rick
Yeah, Rick
Carlisle,
Carlisle. And they brought Larry Johnson in. I mean, not Larry
Larry
Johnson, Larry
Brown.
Brown. And Larry Johnson has never coached. Running Rebel legend. Um, um, they went to the finals. They lost to the Lakers, and they played the Spurs. And then they went to Game 7 with the Spurs. I mean, they beat the Lakers. I'm sorry. Detroit about to kill me.
They beat the Lakers. Yeah, Detroit gonna kill you.
They beat Detroit, and they all. If they would have back to back, we would feel a lot different about this team. I mean, I love this team, but I'm just saying nationally, globally, people might look at this team a little different. They went.
I mean, they still didn't have that shiny suit, big smile guy and all of that stuff. I think Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace was the identity of that team. I think Rip Hamilton and Chauncey Billups were the perfect complements to that team. You could mix that third spot in there, that fifth spot in there with Memo or Corliss or
Yeah,
whomever you want to throw into that spot right there. Tayshawn, there's a few guys you could
they
throw
had
into that spot
Lindsey.
right there.
Lindsey was on the team. Mike James. They had an exceptional bench.
Yeah.
But that was only the first against the Lakers. They lost their whole bench going into that second season. They didn't have Corliss or Mike James. I think they still had Lindsey. Memo had went to Utah for the big bag. So they didn't have that the second time, when they played the Spurs. But it went to Game 7 with the Spurs, and somebody left Robert Horry wide open, like all the time. Big shot Bob.
No, that's the one he tipped out to Duncan, right? And Duncan hit that at the top of the key to beat us, right?
Is that what happened? I'm going on top of my head.
I think they tipped that out to Duncan, and Duncan hit one at the top of the key to beat it.
I thought it was Robert Horry. I thought Robert Horry.
Maybe Duncan tipped it to Horry, and
I thought it was. I thought it was. We have to confirm that later. But
yeah, I mean, we ain't got, man. We got to cover the damn Super Bowl. Hey, shout out to Al. Shout out to Mark in Houston. Shout out my little bro Mark. Hey, shout out to the Connect. That's what we're gonna call you from now on, Rio. Since goddamn Woj. You know Rick Bucher. We gonna call you that, Rio. Shout out to all the Philly boys. Not like no lie. Shout out to everybody who really listened to the show. Give me my props on Spotify and on iTunes. GIMMEMYPROPS. Give me my props. No spaces in between that stuff. GIMMEMYPROPS. Definitely don't follow us on YouTube. Stop complaining about the boxes, whoever you was. And I ain't gonna harp on it, but he told me you complain about the box. Listen to the damn show on iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, or listen to it on Spotify. We don't want you seeing what we do on YouTube. We're doing stuff we don't want people to see. In fact, I'm about to fade into the background and do something that I don't want people to see right now. I wish we had sponsors to take a break right now, and so we could do a read or something like that before we got into the Super Bowl, because I kind of need 5. But we don't. So no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. Let me say this real quick before we get to the Super Bowl. Let me say this. Yeah, this basketball. Yeah, these trades, all these moves were so exciting though. But we got to get to this football though. We just got to get to the football. We've been talking about basketball way too much. I
said that. Let's jump over there. So I like it. No,
way too much. I think we spent like an hour. How long we been going? I don't even know.
I don't even know. Hopefully, people still listening right now. Hopefully, because we ain't give a damn bet or nothing. I tell y'all this though, in basketball, bet the first quarters. ATS, Brooklyn's covering at a 30%. A 70% clip in the first quarter right now. Brooklyn is covering at a 70% clip in the first quarter right now. Houston is second. I can't remember who third, so I don't want to lie to y'all, but bet against the spread right now, Brooklyn and Houston in that first quarter, if you can get that kind of stuff right now. We're going to get a little more in basketball later.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
Let's get it.
They got some crazy stuff going on, Jan. You want to talk about these crazy ass prop bets, or you want to just start out with who we think gonna win the game? Because we on opposite sides of the coin on that.
Yeah, but I might not bet who I think gonna win the game. So, but
I'm definitely not betting who's gonna win the game. I'm definitely not gonna bet who win the game.
I might though, because it's good money.
Man, listen, there's no world. First of all, it's even money. If you take the underdog right now, it's even money.
It's plus 100 to take the Eagles. But listen to my scenario though. I don't see is no way if the Eagles win, the Eagles got a chance. If the Eagles win, they path to winning is Saquon Barkley having MVP day. So bet I'm probably gonna bet Saquon MVP. And you know what I'm saying? So right now, let me look and see what you got. I know it was at plus
58% of the money line bets, which means who's just gonna flat out win again. 58% of money line bets on MGM is going toward the Eagles. So 58% of the people that's betting this thing is betting the Eagles right now. Money line, who's gonna win?
right,
You know what I mean? 58%. And I think that number has something to do with it too.
right. Yeah,
Plus 100.
it's plus 100. It has dropped. It's moving toward it came out at plus 110 and now it's plus 100. But
You
say
know what I think?
what you think?
I love when those lines move like that. When the line move like that, I'm going the other way. The trend, I'm gonna just follow the trend like in the damn stock market.
Right. Saquon right now on MG and I hate the MGM. Y'all need to bring us a bad MGM.
Man, we use y'all. Like, help us. Shit, MGM.
It's plus 240. On another site, it's plus 260. Give me Saquon Barkley. And it's not like my official bet. I'm just saying I'm sprinkling some money. I like Philly in this game. But I feel like I'm betting against Michael Jordan. Like it feel like Jordan about to play Barkley in the finals, and I'm like, give me Barkley. That's what it feel like I'm doing. And I am saying give me Barkley. I'm saying give me Barkley.
Yeah, you
Um
are literally saying, "Give me Barkley." Wow, that's
um
strange.
that is strange,
How'd
right?
that work out for Phoenix?
Right. Right. But I'm gonna say this: Mahomes has lost in a Super Bowl. He has lost a Super Bowl. Nobody has never three-peated in a whole 100 years in the NFL. The Super Bowl been around, I think, the NFL been around 100 years.
Has Barkley ever won in the championship?
No,
Okay.
okay, but I'm gonna say this: the last time a 2000 rusher made the Super Bowl, they won, which is Terrell Davis. Terrell Davis got MVP. I don't see there's no way known to man. I don't see a way that Saquon has 20 carries for 10 yards and then Philly win. I just don't think that happens. I think they get blasted if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you like Philly, just bet Saquon MVP at plus 240, plus 280, I think 260 somewhere else. Shop around until the bag come, then we'll tell y'all to bet at a particular site. But um, I
They
like
got some crazy stuff out here. They have something called Saquon specials.
yeah.
And not to keep promoting their stuff, but like, dang.
Stay away from a lot of that stuff. Cause but Saquon number has dropped. Saquon has averaged a 125 on the season per game on the season. He averaged 146 in the playoffs. The number has dropped. I think last week, not last week, but the week before last, it was on the last game. They had it at 130, which is extremely high, and he didn't hit that. I think he hit like around 110, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So now is at like 110.
It's at
So
111 and a half.
111 and a half. And I like that he averaged 125 on the season. Um, Kansas City is currently, I mean, and they not like bottom of the barrel. They like eighth in the league against the run, but Mixon had like 80 yards against them. Cooks had like 80, almost 90 yards on limited carries. Buffalo didn't even run the ball a lot.
That's
Um,
equal to 130 with Saquon, 120 with Saquon. That's equal to like 110 at least. Like he's that much better than those guys.
yes, he's that much better. He's the best running back in the league as we speak right now today. Um, so
I really want to be like historically, how good is he? But I don't want to get into that right now.
yeah, we got time for that. We'll do a show after the Super Bowl to talk about legacies, and we got a lot.
After he wins the MVP and makes us all this money. Because I'm betting
Yeah,
with you. I'm following you, bro.
yeah, it's Saquon or nothing. I think. But
No, I'm not. I'm not. I love Saquon though, but I'm not gonna follow you on that stuff. I'm actually going the other way on this thing. I think with all the disrespect and Chiefs only having lost two regular season games, one in which the starters didn't even play. Um, I just don't think you can just say somebody can beat them now. I don't think. How can you say that?
Yeah, it's hard to say, but run
I mean,
the
you're saying it. I don't know. I
yeah
mean, you're saying it. I'm not saying it. I'm picking Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. That's all I've seen the past few years. I've not seen where the Eagles could beat them. In fact, when they played in the Super Bowl the last time, they beat the Eagles.
by 3. But they did win by 3. Yeah, yeah. But the Eagles didn't have Saquon Barkley at the time, so I think Saquon has dominated this season. He's dominated all the games they won. Jalen Hurts has like just like basically just like I just get in the wagon behind you and just pull me.
He had a big
Um,
game last game. I don't make me pull it. I mean, you made me want to pull his stats for last game because he had a big game, and I think
yeah,
you're being a little unfair. I think everybody being a little unfair to Jalen Hurts because he had, he played really well in that last game, and as you could tell from his post game comment, as you could tell from his post game comments, they they actually been keeping the handcuffs on my guy, and I don't know why they did that, but they've been keeping the handcuffs on my guy.
yeah. He has played. He did play better last week, but a lot of stretch he was throwing like 100 yards and still blowing the team out because of Saquon. Um,
Nah, I mean, and I mean, I do get it, man. And he just not putting up those big gaudy numbers last week. Jalen Hurts, 20 for 28, 246 and a touchdown. Um, and did not throw a pick. Rushed the ball well as well. Um, I don't know, man. There's a lot to like about the Eagles, but I just can't pick against Jouton.
yeah, yes,
Against
yeah,
against Jouton,
yeah. It's tough. It's
right?
tough. It's tough. It's tough. But I'm gonna make this bet right here. This not a side. Jalen Hurts averaged 40 yards rushing. So right now, his over under is at 38. You can take that,
Yeah,
but that,
38.
but
Yeah,
that's really right there. So he probably he might have 37 or 42. You know what I'm saying? That's how the book kind of get people because the numbers be right there, and he might go over under. It's like 50% either way.
yeah, the handicappers ain't into giving away money. They get hired to handicap the damn games to basically get that number as close as you can to what it is.
To
You know
what
what I
it
mean?
is, yes. And but if you take it down to 20, I took it down to 20. A lot of the Super Bowl bets and a lot of bets in general, you can create your own bet. I'm about to date myself. I don't know if anybody remember the Choose Your Own Adventure book when we was little kids. You can choose your own adventure in these bets. Do not make this hard. Take it down. You could take Jalen Hurts down to 20 yards rushing. Saquon over his number is plus 125, and I'm betting that.
With
You
the Eagles win though, boy, you gotta put the Eagles win with that.
don't have to. You don't have to. You
No,
don't
you
have to.
don't. But why wouldn't you? Like if they do that, the Eagles probably well,
They
Jalen
got a
Hurts
good
the
chance.
under. That's
They got a good chance of winning if they do that. They still might lose by 3 if they
I
do
mean,
it.
I don't think they're gonna win. So I don't, for me, if I do anything as relates to this, and this is a prop show, but if I do anything, I'm gonna ride Kelsey and I'm gonna ride Mahomes. I like Goddard a lot in this game as well, but I just can't risk it. I can't risk it. I like Goddard's over, but I just can't risk it, man. I
I
gotta
got it.
stay with Kelsey and Mahomes. And right now, not any really juicy numbers that I really want to throw out at people. They got Mahomes at 250. I think he may get there, but he may not. He may not have to. Kareem Hunt's been playing really well lately, and I don't really know what to do with this game, Jan. This is about as even of a game as it gets when you talk about it. On paper, the Eagles are much better.
The Eagles are much
By
better.
record, by record and experience, the Chiefs are much better. And
Right.
the Eagles had 55 last week, man. They scored 55 damn points, man.
Yeah, in a blowout game, wasn't even close. Yeah,
A lot of that is because wasn't name allowed to the run too. They're number 31, 32 or some shit like that against the run. 30, they're down there against the run.
yeah,
So Washington is a really bad run defense team. You
yeah,
know,
they're really bad. But I think the Chiefs have kind of been leaky at the wrong time. Like I said, because Mixon had a good day, and Cooks had a good day on limited carries. So
Unlimited carries. You
yeah,
sound like the real analyst.
yeah, because Philly doesn't play around. They're not gonna do double reverses for the receiver to throw the ball down the field.
No, they're not doing all that.
They're gonna run the ball down your throat. Jalen Hurts gonna run the ball. They're gonna run the ball. They know who they are. They don't care. Saquon runs against loaded boxes. It don't even matter. They get a lot of times. Like I'm gonna say, like Peyton Manning. I'm gonna use it for example. When Peyton Manning played, when the safeties came up to for the run, one safety come in the box or maybe two, he would check out to a pass. Jalen Hurts does none of that. We're still running the ball. We're still passing it, giving it to Saquon. Um, um, Brown and Smith out there running wind sprints. They don't care. we don't have to pass. We just run the ball down your throat, and that's what they've been doing. And
Yeah, and I can promise you, they secondary don't want anything to do with AJ Brown as physical and as big as and scary as he is.
yeah,
So you don't want no one-on-one looks back there. Um, that's that I mean, they got a lot to contend with, man. I don't really know. The only reason I'm really picking the Chiefs, and I'm gonna be honest, the only reason I'm really picking the Chiefs because we haven't really seen anybody beat them.
yeah, we haven't seen nobody beat them. No, only one team really beat them. They gave away the game, the second game they lost, but Buffalo's the only team that beat them.
And they almost lost a bunch of times this year. They almost lost a bunch of times.
Yeah, they almost lost 17 games. I mean, they won 17 straight games by one possession, Larry. Do you know that? And that's NFL record. So that's another reason why once records happen, it might go the other way.
Are the Chiefs working?
The Chiefs working. People say the refs are working.
Well, are the refs working for the Chiefs? I said that wrong, right? Are the refs working for the Chiefs?
I say no. The Chiefs are not a big market team.
How's
Now,
Mark in Houston?
right, right. Now, I don't. I hate to switch this to basketball, but the Lakers are a high earning team. So when people say, "Oh, they want the Lakers to win," I might go with that. Kansas City is a small market team. Dallas is the number one revenue team in the league. Why they not cheating for Dallas? I'm tired of hearing that. Oh, they cheating. It is bad calls, and when you have close games and you leave it up to refs to spot a ball by an inch or a centimeter, you're giving it to the refs. Get the first down. Josh Allen, get the first down by 5 yards, and we're not having this discussion. Beat the Chiefs, and we're not having this discussion.
Know. And then you do that. Well, let's not get into that game.
Yeah, it's not getting that.
Push that hard. Yeah, that was a match.
Yeah, y'all not Philly. Y'all not Philly, Buffalo.
You not Philly, Buffalo.
Okay, so let's stay on this game. But real quick, I am betting this. I am betting the Saquon over 111 and a half. Jalen Hurts plus 25 yards rushing at plus 125. I'm betting that. That's my bet. And that's probably my bet of the day. It's not like the bet of the, you know what I'm saying, the best bet, but that's my bet.
You made me want to get.
I'm betting that.
You made me want to get with that, but I just can't right now. And for me, I'm gonna take the Chiefs money line, and I'm gonna take Kelsey's anytime, and I feel comfortable doing that.
Right.
And so I'm gonna do that, and yeah, man, and that's a plus 240. And that's not something we haven't seen in 4 other Super Bowls. So I mean, I gotta kind of go Kelsey touchdown and the Chiefs to win this thing.
And that could happen. You could hit both of these bets. I didn't.
Oh, that is, yeah. Like neither one of these bets are bulletproof, guys. When I say give me my props, I mean it. And when Jan say give him his props, he means that shit.
Yeah, both of these bets can happen. So I'm not even mad at that. What you picked. Like I said, Philly. History tell us Philly gonna lose by 3. That's what it kind of say. But they still could get these numbers. I'm not picking a side, so to speak. Silently, off of the show, I'm betting Saquon MVP. I'm not putting that on the show because even though I probably should. You know what?
What do you mean you're not putting it on the show? You just told people.
I just told people. Y'all can hear that?
People.
They
Oh
can.
my God, Jesus!
I
Don't follow him,
thought.
America. Do not listen to him, America, dog. Don't listen to him, dog. I'm telling you, you got to be at odds with your significant other. Whatever you do, do not listen to this guy.
Right now, if you don't think Philly is gonna win, obviously don't bet Saquon MVP. He's not getting MVP if they don't win. So, but I'm sprinkling a little bit of that in there. But I'm actually doing the other bet I said. I'm doing that regardless who I think gonna win the game. Give me Saquon over 111.5 rushing yards, and then give me Jalen Hurts over 25 yards. Was it 20 or 25? I gotta look, but I think it was
Now,
25 plus.
now I'm sitting here playing with this thing, Jan, right?
Yeah,
Because I thought this was about numbers, right?
yeah,
Okay, so I told you I have Travis Kelsey and the Chiefs money line for plus 240, right?
yeah.
If I add Saquon to get plus 112, I mean, excuse me, to get over 111 and a half, which is, basically 112, that's minus 115, right?
Yeah,
That should carry the same odds as Jalen Hurts getting over 38 and a half, but the odds are significantly different. It carried the same odds, 115 minus 115 minus 115. Why are the odds so different, Jan,
I don't know.
when you do that?
That's kind of weird. But you said
That's weird, isn't it?
so. What's the total odds on that? The total.
So if I add Saquon to my Chiefs, it's
Yeah,
plus 750, right?
right.
But if I add Jalen Hurts to my Chiefs, it's only plus 525. And they have the same minus 115 on it.
Yeah, that is weird. That is kind of weird. I don't know.
Warriors are acquiring Jimmy Butler.
For who does it say?
I mean, I didn't go into it. It's just one of those updates.
Yeah.
I could get into it, but we talk about the damn Super Bowl and what do you people need to bet. Hey, listen, if you think the Chiefs gonna win, Chiefs, Travis Kelsey to score. If you think the Eagles gonna win,
Saquon
yeah,
MVP. Saquon MVP
Saquon.
at plus
I thought you
260. But the other one don't have nothing to do if they win or not. I think my
okay,
my
okay,
regular bet they can still get that and lose the game. Plus
okay.
125. Saquon over 112, 111.5.
Jan. But we don't win that much though. We don't win that
125 plus
much.
125. I like plus money.
No,
Period.
I was thinking about if we hedged them off of each other.
Oh,
Maybe, but if I went with both of your bets.
you talking about Saquon MVP and
And the 100 and the 25.
right,
And if I hedged it that way, like if I went 100 on mine and then I went 50-50 on yours, how would that look?
right,
Mm.
right. I have to without me
Yeah, get in
getting
there. The bottom line to this stuff, guys, is we're not prepared right now to tell y'all exactly what to do. We on opposite sides of the coin. Y'all on y'all damn own this weekend, okay? You ain't gonna be watching the game anyway. You're gonna be entertaining people, talking to the guy who don't know shit about football, but he swears he knows what's going on in the game. So you got other things to worry about right now.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I just hate this because it's almost like the I don't want to say I want to say funeral, but it's almost like it's over. The NFL about to be over, man.
Man, don't worry about it, man. We still got contract shit. What about them three boys they got to pay out there in San Francisco?
Right? We talking about Bengals, not San Fran, or both.
Is it the Bengals
Yeah, the
or
Bengals.
both? Shit, I think. Or is it
No,
it's
it's
the
the
Bengals.
Bengals. It's
It's
the
the Bengals.
Bengals.
It's the
They're
my
not.
bad. My bad. It's the Bengals.
They're
It's the
not.
Bengals.
They're not paying one of them. I'm gonna put it on wax right now. T. Higgins will be on another team next year, and T. Higgins is probably going either Pittsburgh Ravens. What's the other one?
Ravens?
I had one more. Yeah, they need receivers. Yeah.
What
Uh,
about Buffalo?
yeah, he can go to Buffalo too. Yeah, I like that one. Buffalo. Yep, yep. I think that was the third team I had too. So Buffalo, Ravens, Pittsburgh, T. Higgins. I
Who's
said it
gonna throw the
first.
ball in Pittsburgh? We're talking about this stuff. But anyway,
Yeah.
listen, let's let these people go on about that business, Jan, because we getting too far out of bounds. Jan, I took the Kansas City Chiefs. You took the Eagles this weekend. We on opposite sides of the coin. Listen, we gonna do it a little different this time, Jan. So I'm gonna let you close us out, bro, because I normally do.
Yeah, you normally do. And you do a great job at that. So I don't know why you you threw me the ball when it's like when
You
it,
like, you just threw 2 seconds on the shot clock.
right. Hey, I'm pimping over here, and you usually shoot the ball. Like, why you giving it to me?
Hey, listen, America, when the Chiefs win this weekend and Travis Kelsey handle his business as usual and they show his girlfriend 700 times, give me my props. Jan, if Saquon go on to his greatness and continue possibly the best running back season we ever seen in the history of the NFL, tell the people what to do.
Oh, give me my props.
And stop damn choking in the last second. We all y'all.